People try to say that the dating pool is trash. I don't find that to be true. I've never dated. I know that sounds weird, but I never dated. I was with one person from the time I was 15 until 30, 38. But nobody's going to convince me that the dating pool is trash. Period. If you're attracting low vibrational people, you probably might want to check your vibration, because you're going to attract that type of person. I noticed, you know, when I'm out and different things like that, my aura doesn't even give off the type of vibe that you can one night stand, about to play games, keying in men's face. Am I mean? No, I'm not mean. I'm one of the happiest people you can meet. But I learned a lot in that one relationship. That was, I think, was intended for me to be able to move forward in a more in a better way when it comes to dating. And then too, y'all just be in too much of a rush to like be with the next person. I don't understand that. How are you going to, what's the rush? How are you going to expect, why can't you be alone? What are you scared of your own shadow? Or like, it's like people want, it's like, how are you going to want somebody to enjoy your company and you don't even enjoy your own company? That part. And then you come back to God. Oh God, why you send me this man? Why can't I have a decent relationship? Because first of all, you need to sit down somewhere and chill out. Read a book. Pick up a hobby. It's not, and let God bring that person to you. Everybody want to show like the next person, who, I think sometimes I wonder, do women feel like that validates them if they hurry up and get another man? Ooh, maybe, I'm going to show him somebody do want me. Girl, if he's still calling your phone, he wants you too. You ain't got, look. Or, she might get another man real fast, and so now the guy want to hurry up and get another girlfriend real fast, so that you tit for tat. For what? But then you expect that relationship to work out? You can't be serious. You can't be serious. Sometimes you have to be alone and be able to think and collect your thoughts. Then you got to know what type of person you're looking for. Y'all be jumping into a relationship and don't even know nobody. How? And it's like you move so fast. I don't get it. What's the rush? For my women, is it because you having trouble paying bills, so like you need somebody to help you pay for things? But it's like, at the end of the day, if that's the case, you want somebody to help you pay for stuff you can't even pay for? I'm just trying to wrap my mind around this so because I got to get out here too. But like I said, I'm not worried about it. Because again, nobody's going to one night stand me. No, I'm not packing no spinner night bag. I've never done that in my life. None of that in my life. I didn't make it to 38 to start now. I'm not designed for that type of life anyway. God didn't design me like that. I don't think he designed you like that either. You just trying to do your own thing. And when you want to do your own thing, God gonna let you. All right, you got it, big dog. And then you're going to get into relationship after relationship after relationship. People don't realize that when you, and especially when it comes to like sex, bro, when you get, it's crazy because it's common sense to me because I ain't even been through this stuff. I was with one person. I've been to this day. I've only ever been with one person, but to me, it's common sense. Why are you giving your body to anybody? Male and female, but definitely female. And then the question comes up like, oh, well, what if you do wait and he mess with somebody, he cheat on you for somebody else that's going, give it up or whatever. Okay. Then he wasn't for you anyway. At least now you get to see what type of person you dealing with. And now you ain't created no soul ties with this person, so he easier to let go of. Simple. If you have discipline, you're going to attract somebody with discipline. And if you don't, they're easier to let go. You ain't got no kids with them. You ain't had no unprotected sex with them. You ain't did none of that. You ain't linked yourself to them in no way, shape, or form. So it's easier to move. Dating don't mean sex. Dating don't equal sex, and nobody's going to convince me of that. And the craziest part about this is that I feel like this is a conversation that needs to be had with 30s and 40-year-olds. That's the weirdest thing to me. Because it's like at this point in life, y'all ain't got it yet. What we doing? I'm not that bad looking of a lady. And guys try to talk to me all the time. But it's just like, people ain't gonna like this, especially men. But it's like when you don't need anybody for anything, then it's harder for them to play around with you. You see what I'm saying? Like, can't nobody dangle no money over my head because I make my own money. When it comes to companionship, I don't get lonely at my house at nighttime when it's time to go to bed. I sleep comfortably and like a baby every night. Now, do I like having conversations? Yes, that's why I'm on here talking to y'all right now. But am I going to tolerate somebody that's mistreating me at this point in my life just for the sake of saying I have somebody? No, that's retarded. That's stupid. That's stupid. And you don't even have to ask yourself, why do I keep getting in failed relationship after failed relationship? You can really just answer your own question, because I think you already know. Do I have all the answers? No, but I ain't no fool. Some kind of way I feel like I always knew that my body was sacred. Even when I was younger, it was, I knew a lot of my peers, male and female, that were already into having sex and cheating and doing this, that, and the third. And that was never appealing to me. I always wanted to just belong to one person, and I did. It just, unfortunately it didn't work out. But I learned a lot. And I feel like when you do have a peaceful life, and you feel that, and you can wake up every day in peace, and you go about your day, you ain't got to argue with nobody, you ain't got to question nobody, you ain't got to lose no sleep. It's almost like if the next person ain't able to help you maintain that type of lifestyle, then you don't even want it. It's almost like you're scared to give up the peace. Now, I am eventually going to date. Man, let me tell y'all a quick story. So, I'm going to jump back out there, but I don't even know how. So I'm at the club with my cousins. They was like, y'all want to go out and stuff. So I was like, yeah, I stay at home most of the time. So they wanted to go out to this one club. So I just wanted to get out of the house. Mind you, when I go out, I'm not looking for anybody. I have fun just getting out of the house because I don't do anything. I never was. So I might have more fun than y'all because I'm literally just out the house. So, and it's nice, it's cute, it's nice fun to get dressed up and stuff and do your makeup and stuff. And so, so we in there, my little cousin like, oh, let's go dance, let's da 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 da. I'm like, oh, I don't want to dance. She's like, come on. So I get up and dance one time, one song. And so I go back and sit down at our table, and I noticed that this guy is looking at me. And so I'm like, all right, I keep looking away from him because I don't want to make no eye contact. I don't even want to, I don't want to make no eye, but I noticed that he keep looking at me. And the whole night. So eventually he get up and he come and stand in front of our table. And then he turns around and say, anybody, it was an empty chair. Anybody, he asked my cousin, anybody sitting here? She said, oh no, ain't nobody sitting there. Man, she gets up. I'm like, oh my God, now I got to talk. Now I got to think of something to say. When I was really just trying to sit here like a fly on the wall the whole night and not have to talk to nobody. So he said, you nice looking guy. Don't get me wrong, nice looking guy. If first impressions is a thing, that he was cute. And he says, you don't dance? You been sitting here all night, you don't dance? I said, no, I got up one time, I danced. He said, oh, okay. He was like, well, you want a drink? You want me to buy you a drink? Because I said, no, I already had 2 drinks. I don't want anything else. And it's loud, so I'm trying to hear him. He trying to hear me. And he said, he's like, well, do you, he was like, well, can I take you out to dinner one day? Man, y'all know why I told this man. I made a mistake and said, I don't eat dinner. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, oh, my, so then he's like, well, why don't you just take my number just in case, you might want to go out one day or something like that. So I did. I gave him my phone and I let him put his number in there. I called it so he could have my number. Bro, I wasn't even nervous. I just don't know. I don't know what kind of conversation to have. I don't know. I have to, y'all, I gotta learn myself. But that's not on the top of my list right now. But what I do know is that when it comes to when I really do start dating, for real, I do know that it's not gonna be, ain't nobody finna play with me. Don't let nobody play with you.